Word is final.
Hey, Tony coming at us out of nowhere.
Surprising us.
We are in lobby right now. Welcome back. I know there's a quick break, but welcome back. This is the Solo Queue Hero Tournament brought to you by Ryerson University. College? University.
Just Ryerson University.
Ryerson University. We've got two teams. It's going to be OmgIGotGanked, the creator of this tournament, and they're going to be taking on Team CooliePhoenix. So that's going to be a pretty awesome one. Captain number 1 in the top lane, captain number 2 in the jungle. I am Frank. Alongside me is Mr. Razor.
Mr. Razor, yes. So, are they going to play Twitch again? They play Twitch every game. I think we're going to see similar picks and bans. Lee Sin, Nivea, Jarvan, right? They banned the Kale. They feared OmgIGotGanked Kale. Interesting. They left the Gnar up though.
You know, it's interesting. OmgIGotGanked, he plays a lot of, or not a lot, but he plays very specific champions. Ryze, Rumble, and Jace. This tournament, apparently, he wanted to bust out the Kale. It seems to have worked out for him.
It worked out, definitely. So,
but this is the third place match. Am I incorrect in saying that?
No.
Third place match.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Draven, interesting, switching up to Twitch. Maybe not satisfied with how he performed last game. Who knows? He did a lot of damage last game on Twitch. But Draven, a decent pick, really strong early game. If you can juggle those axes, you definitely can win lane.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's one of the things that I personally hate seeing when I go into game. I actually really don't like seeing Dravens come out. It just makes me cringe thinking, like, are they going to focus too much on catching the axes to actually be effective in the game, or are they going to know how to juggle them? It's just a different mechanic. It like turns it into a different kind of game. The same way with like Gnar, how you have to juggle around his passive and whatnot. So
his passive and his boomerang.
Yep.
See Gnar for the 4th time. Like I mentioned earlier, we should just leave Gnar on the board.
Yeah.
No point in taking Gnar off. Another Braum. Surprised to see that Braum was not banned these games.
Yeah. He's a big boy. He's been doing quite well for himself. And who was it? YR Mech. That's all we've seen him play so far.
Yeah. But now Braum on the other side of the team, so we'll have to see. Maybe they feared his Braum instead of giving it to him. Take it.
Yeah.
Good idea right there. Morgana is banned, so they could probably answer with a Thresh. Janna maybe? We'll have to see.
Yeah, they could. Who else have we seen on support? Yeah, Morgana. We mostly see Morgana and
Braum.
We've seen a Nami though. No?
Nami would be a decent pick if you can disengage with your tidal wave.
Yeah.
That would be decent.
I think one of the reasons though that Braum whoopsie daisies, what am I doing? I just juiced that one. Yeah, one of the reasons that Braum is so popular these days is because Nami had kind of a resurgence as well. And then Braum comes back and he's just like, bro, just give me that ultimate. Just give it to me. And there's nothing you can do about it, as well as the tides and all that good stuff. He stops like everything in the game, so no exception for Nami ultimate.
Right there, Nami, called it.
There it is.
Ari picked up again by AW Dubs. He performed pretty well last game, and his charms actually towards the end made them win the game.
Yeah.
So if he can perform that again, I don't see why Blue Team would have any problem taking this in the back for them.
He's got to make it out of lane phase, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed to be a little bit of his downfall in the last one.
We'll have to see if they pick Lissandra again versus Ari. I feel like Lissandra's not the best pick, though her ultimate does lock Ari in, so if you get decent ganks early game, you could shut Ari down. Yeah. Another Caitlyn, if they can zone Draven out, it would work the same way as they did last game. Sticking to picks that worked for them previously, a good idea.
If it ain't broke,
break it.
Don't fix it. We're gonna coin that as ours. Alright, Shyvana coming out in this one, or at least being hovered over. No, he's gonna make the switch. Possibly Master Yi, possibly a Mumu. Not really able to decide right now. I think in this team comp, I think a Mumu would fit, though a Mumu kind of fits every team comp. They stick on the Rammus, though. And that's the thing about a solo queue tournaments. If some dude just comes in, like I said before, the master of Poppy, or so he deems himself to be. This guy apparently the master of Rammus. Doesn't want to play anything else, and he's going to come out with that Rammus again.
Xerath interesting. Will he lock it in? Ari is way too mobile for Zev to actually hurt him though.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what happens here. Maybe he just wants to get my laning phase.
He could. Oh, and then he switches up to this Syndra. Smart choice. I like that, especially against an Ari. If you can just right-click on her after the balls are on the field, you've pretty much got yourself a kill. We'll see how that nets itself up. And again, it's going to be a Gnar versus Ryze combination up in that top lane. Though I do believe OMG I got ganked. While he is terrible, he's probably going to put up a much better fight than the last Ryze we saw against this demonic Hiruma Gnar.
We need to learn that name.
Yeah.
We've just seen so much of these guys today.
It's a mouthful, though.
It is.
After this game, I literally never have to think about that name again. So I'm just not going to say it for the rest.
He's going to find you and add you.
Yeah.
Add you to friends list.
It's gonna
Right?
be on LCS.
Let's play.
We're just gonna be streaming his name.
No.
Demonic
Are you lying to me?
Hiruma.
Are you lying?
No.
Is he actually?
No.
Wow. Tony Baloney. Dishing out the baloney today. You know who I want to see a little bit more of is Cassiopeia. I think Cassiopeia's
I would like
support would be okay, but mid lane it's a bit better as well. What is
It
it
is.
like?
Her new passive is really good. If
like
you
20%?
get 30%, it's a death cap.
Yeah.
So if you buy death cap and that, you're seeing ridiculous amounts of AP. I've seen Casses with 1,000+ AP.
Yeah.
So if you can land skill shots on Cassiopeia, play her.
Yeah.
And her ultimate is such a cool ult. The mechanics on that are brilliant.
Yeah.
Looking at you get stoned. Well, get stunned. And away gets slowed.
Sometimes I look at Tony and I get stoned. Just got that glare about it.
What's the prize pool of the tournament? 420.
Is it actually?
No.
That would be an interesting tournament.
That was an interesting tournament.
We
I don't think we would be allowed to advertise that as winners get weed.
No. We did not.
No, we
We tried to do it as professionally as possible. Didn't work out too well. You know what interfered though is the fucking Dota players, man. That tournament was just riddled with them. This time around though, it seems like we got people that actually know how to play this game, and I'm intrigued with OMG's team. I can't see a ton of synergy, but hey,
solo queue. You
It's-
play what you want.
you play what you want. The other side, though, there is a little bit more engaged potential. Really squishy, but I still like the idea of just being able to catch somebody out. And of course, CooliePhoenix, he's a top tier jungler. The dude knows how to play the top of the meta. Kha'Zix's clearly right at the top of the meta. He's going to be all over this one, and I'm sure he's going to play this one out quite well. We'll see how it all goes. I don't doubt that he's going to be picking off some people off to the side. He's obviously going to have a hard time with Rammus, though, not the primary target.
I'm going to make a very David-y joke and say, we'll see if Ryze says, "Oh my god, I got ganked."
Wow. Wow. Well, playing top lane, though, that's the thing, though. This dude, he goes top lane, and that is one of the more gank-heavy lanes, or at least where a gank is a little bit more effective. You shut down the top lane early.
Easier to gank top lane.
Yeah, especially as a Ryze. Ryze does not have too much escape. He can lock you down, but I don't know if that's going to work so well against a Kha'Zix. Against a Rammus, it would be better, because you can actually lock him down, whereas with Kha'Zix, if you jump forward and he gets the lockdown on you, he's still going to land, do the damage while landing, and move the entire distance. So
That's true.
It's just a mechanic that works that way, unfortunately, for Kha'Zix and Tristana. Or actually, more unfortunately for Ryze. But anyways, 2 teleports up in that top lane as well. We'll see how those plays come to fruition.
So we didn't go for the heal this game. Heal was definitely intended only on Kale. Teleport's normally a good idea in top lane.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens now.
Wait,
Well-
he took heal last game?
He took heal on Kale.
All right. I don't know about that. I'm sure he had a plan for himself.
Well, it worked out. He got double buffs, and then he just snowballed his lane.
Wow. Using
So-
that triumphant Ryze skin. Too real. All right, everybody in this room, hands up if you got triumphant Ryze.
So just us two.
A room filled with half scrubs.
Wow.
That's what I'm
Must
looking
be
at.
the 2 casters.
Oh boy. Okay, so you do have Caitlyn in this game as well. Kind of falls off late game. Draven, though, is going to, I think, put a beating on the enemy team if he keeps going with the aggression that he's had in the last couple of games. He reacts, I think, extremely well as a player to ganks that are coming for him anyways, that are like on his side. So when Kha'Zix goes down to that bottom lane, I think he's going to not telegraph it, but he's going to be able to start moving forward exactly when he needs to. That's what I noticed in the last couple of games with his Twitch. In this one, though, he's going to have to be a little bit less telegraphy because he does have some great escape potential with the net into the Braum jump back onto Caitlyn, plus the shield. It's going to be really difficult to pick those guys off. So he's going to have to increase his CS game.
I'd like to see them fight right now. We see them both heading towards each other. The wards, though, are going to stop them. No wards. They just saw each other.
And Quantum with that shield mastery. I don't know about that. Uh-oh.
Glare at them.
And there goes the shield. An entire mastery point out the window. Great. That's why we don't use that, ladies and gentlemen. Who knows, man? Maybe he's the master of that mastery. Maybe that's why, man. He's the solo queue guy. It's ultimate solo queue.
Wards going down from both teams. No one has a red trinket to clear.
Just going to adjust these for you guys so you know who goes where. Wouldn't want you to be confused. Alright. Beautiful stuff.
Alright, both teams starting standard. Bot lane junglers. Bot side junglers.
And Caitlyn testing out her clicky mechanics. You only need to click once.
Warming up.
This is like StarCraft spam. For anybody who's played relatively competitive StarCraft, you know that if you spam in the beginning, your APM average at the end of the game is significantly better than it ever should be. Good trick. Tips and tricks. Alright, so we're going to start up with the red side here. Blue side on the purple jungle. Kha'Zix is going to start pretty standard here. Quantum as well. Starting really, really standard. Gnar, though, on the opposite end here, is throwing out that boomerang, notices that he's got a rise in the enemy jungle, or sorry, in his own top bush, and he's just throwing out the auto attacks, trying to get this done, and I think, actually, OmgIGotGanked might be... No, you know what? He's doing the right thing, considering he at least has control over the wave. He has positioning on the wave. So smart stuff there, and definitely playing like a solo queue guy, not helping anyone with positioning or vision, just going right up to that top lane and taking advantage of that.
He's really
rush.
bullying Gnar, though. Gnar has not been able to get a lot of CS.
Yeah, throws out the boomerang, and Ryze is gonna... This is super interesting, the way they're playing this one out. And OMG really showing off his mechanics as a top laner.
Bot lane, Nami taking a handful of damage.
And it looks
Going
like
in
actually
for the
they're going
engage.
deep. Bubble goes up. They're going to throw out the auto attacks. Nami with the auto attacks as well. Trying to kite back. There's the stun onto Draven. And it's not going to be enough. There's the exhaust. Braum steps in with the shield. Throws out the Q. And these guys are going to back off. Decent exchange in the bottom lane. I think that's in favor of blue team, though.
Yeah. Though Nami can heal, so we'll have to see what happens now.
See how it plays out. Braum, though, with the relic shield there, is also going to be able to heal up his side. It's just going to take a little bit longer, focusing down that cannon. See how this all plays out as Rammus and Kha'Zix pretty passive right now. Kha'Zix, I think, thinking about going for a gank, and Rammus heading towards mid lane as well.
If Ari lands a charm, Rammus can easily get that.
Flashing out, there's Rammus. He gets the stun
charm
and the
is landed,
taunt.
and
There
that
we go.
is first blood for Ari.
First blood goes down. Nice gank attempt by Rammus. Forces up the flash early. Really, I think, poor positioning, though, by the Syndra. Walking off away from that one.
She landed the stun, but Ari charm was on point.
Yeah. A little bit easier to hit an Ari charm when you are taunted. When the enemy's taunted anyways. So definitely on point. If she would have missed, I'm pretty sure she would have got kicked off the team. Considering it's a solo queue tournament, that would have been extremely depressing.
Gnar catching up in CS, all the bullying did not push him back.
Yeah, and actually teleport's not being used either. I thought that Gnar, having been pushed back so far, would have been forced to teleport back, and actually started boots, interestingly enough. One of the worst items to start with.
He started boots last game too. It's working for him.
Probably just because of the kiting and the auto attack exchanges. He's doing quite well for himself. Landing those boomerangs too. I gotta say, I'm super impressed. OmgIGotGanked. He's, I think he's gonna be in a world of hurt here.
He is getting damaged. Gnar is winning trades right now, so we'll just have to see what happens. This Gnar has played phenomenally the past few games, and he's still... where is he going?
They have flash. He's going to bounce forward. There's the flash from OMG. I got ganked. Is this going to be him dying? There's a boomerang. It misses, but the return journey is going to pick up that kill. Another kill going down, and Quantum doesn't get the knockback, but there it is. He needs to get... Oh, Quantum, you could have pushed forward there and allowed the damage to be landed, but a big enough creep wave is going to deter them from that kill. Wow, nice Q. Not a nice Q. Not as nice.
Good save there by Syndra. It's the second time she's stunned a dashing Rammus to her. If she can do that all game, that would be good.
Yes. I can't see that going poorly for her if she can land that every single time. Though, I gotta say, even with the stun the first time around, clearly didn't go over too well for her. Rammus just powerballing his way through that one.
If the main wave was smaller, Rammus would definitely have carried on.
Yeah. I think, though, he also was a little bit passive there. I think he thought he was going to die. Here we go. Kha'Zix in the mid lane with the gank. Jumps forward behind. Nice stun. There's the ball drop. Ignite goes down as well. And good old Kha'Zix allows for that kill to be passed over to his mid laner. 1-2 the kill score now, but still even gold. Good stuff. Oh, here we go. Bottom lane. Sticko forced to pop his heal. The Q from Caitlyn, not enough. Just not enough range on it to pick up that kill. Nice attempt, though. And DJ Falco, what a superstar, reacting really nicely to that aggression.
Rammus coming around bot lane as well, just trying to protect them. Kha'Zix trying to make the rotation, seeing if he can help this bot lane. Draven is quite behind now, 20 CS behind.
Yeah, now
Caitlyn's definitely asserting her dominance with that 650 range.
Yeah, really, really nicely done. And a gank in the mid lane. Again, super easy to land those when you are against a taunted enemy. Poor Fire Frog gets died.
Ryze going up for the damage top lane, but does not succeed.
Oh, he's going deep, though.
Try.
And actually takes a tower shot here. He could pop his ultimate. Gnar, that is, the passive. If it comes out, he's going to be able to... It's kind of like a heal bait, but it's an ultimate bait. You can see now about the same health as OmgIGotGanked, but he's got shorter range now to exchange with the Ryze. He's going to be able to farm under turret relatively effectively. Misses one, but at the very end of it all, he's going to shrink back down to size and be at a significant health disadvantage. Though, actually, I didn't know that's how it worked. He actually keeps the health.
Yeah.
Wow.
He heals that much, hence if you take Ignite, it reduces the heal by half.
Huh.
So it's a decent pick against Gnar.
Yeah, that's wild. Actually, OmgIGotGanked going in for the aggression again, fires at the Q, and Gnar, I gotta say, smart choice going for the early Spectre's Cowl here. He has the Negatron cloak, and he's got a wave pushing for himself. I think he could be aggressive here, I think, though he wants to wait for that passive. Here we go.
Ryze doing a lot of AoE damage though.
Oh no.
Nearly out of mana. Cannot keep up.
Hop not gonna fly. He does end up making it away though. Ryze, just not enough damage coming out there, and he does heal up from that catalyst, so Gnar going to be at a pretty decent disadvantage. He does have teleport still online, whereas Ryze does not. Nice damage coming out from Syndra, also dodging the charm. Crazy action in all lanes, man. They're just duking it out here with each other.
So one thing I want to mention about Ryze, once he gets the catalyst, you can't push him out of lane. He just keeps healing and healing. It's ridiculous. He has 25 CS on Gnar now. Sorry, 15 CS on Gnar. I guess my maths are not that good as either. But Gnar definitely going for the Spectral's Cowl will help him a lot. Pushing Ryze out of lane right now.
Yeah, I don't think he should have stayed there. I was noticing
Definitely
this
not.
too. He's got the jump. He's going to look to land on Ryze. Flashing forward. Actually doesn't even jump, but does make it out of there alive. Ahri, though, moving her way up here. She's going to go for the gank. There's the pings. Where has that Ahri gone? It looks like Gnar up in that top lane, but bottom lane as well. Wiremech gets caught super low here. And like I was saying, Draven knowing exactly when he needs to get in there. There's the charm coming out of Ahri. Is it going to be enough? Ignite goes down. Rammus on the other side. There's the taunt, and it's going to be AW Dubs picking up that kill. Rammus doing a really good job of passing kills off to her.
Really good positioning from Rammus too. He knew where he would run, and he was there before he could get there.
Smart stuff. Everybody just reacting to that kill up in top lane. And Ryze, unfortunately, not winning on these exchanges. And I think that is good old D-Ty coming out, showing us his true colors, losing the 1v1.
Dragon may go over to red. red. In fact, yeah, they have it. Rammus deciding to take his blue buff instead of contest red.
And the spikes to boot, just making him super sad that he didn't get there in time. Well, it took the long way around though, so kind of expected that he wasn't going to get there in time. Warding their own jungle for blue side is apparently working out for them because they are not, or is not working out for them as they are not seeing anything of much value. They've got a pink ward on their own side versus the red. They've at least got the pink ward in that brush. Brom's going to spot that one out. But decent warding all around, and I think blue side is pretty well protected here.
Ari putting a lot of damage down onto the mid tower. Now, with champions like Ari who have really good gank potential, getting towers early game is really helpful because then you relieve yourself of pressure, go around, help other lanes snowball. Ari's doing fairly well right now. She has all 3 kills on the team. If she can get that tower, she can probably help top lane maybe beat this Gnar, who's actually outperforming right now.
Yeah, he's doing pretty decently. Let's take a look at the gold counts here, as it is 3,200 to 2,800 up in that top lane. So I was expecting there not a whole lot of objectives taken down here, but there's the bubble. Good job from Nami. For some reason I thought that Draven was there as well, but a little bit miscommunication here, not coordinating their back timings for this purple side bottom lane. That's always depressing. As Ari, you always want to get to that point where you outscale the minions scaling and you can just cue the back wave and they die.
Get everything.
But he's got that odds.
Ram is going in for a gank. He does manage to land the taunt. Will this be a death for Gnar? Gnar already used his jump.
Yeah, and his ultimate's not up.
That's it.
Good night.
Good kill. Great gank by there. Rammus has been around the map. 4 ganks on his team. He's been part of every kill in the game.
Not bad. Not bad at all. 4 assists, though. Again, I got to hand it to this guy, really knowing to just pass off those kills, especially as a Rammus. I mean, as a Kha'Zix, it's a little different. You want to get yourself pretty well fed up so that you can burst champions down. And stick kill. Oh, we've got a disconnect of everybody, and it's only going to be the 1 kill.
Caitlyn gets it, though.
All planned. Great DDoS, I got to say. Just a little bit better timed. Yeah, that was really sad.
That was quite unfortunate. Caitlyn already in the lead by 30 CS gets a free kill on Draven.
He should have played that one better. I feel like standing under turret probably not the best idea.
Definitely not. You should just stop pushing towers this game.
Now, if that is a big determining factor. Oh, and CooliePhoenix almost dropping as well. Scumbag OmgIGotGanked, finding the only way that he's ever going to win. Nice gank in the mid lane, though. Rammus is going to top this one up, jumping forward. Ari all over this Fire Frog guy. Does he have one more? Yeah, he's got one more burst in him. And, of course, a pause coming out, giving us enough time to analyze. Do we think that Syndra is going to get away from this one? I really doubt it.
I don't think so. The frog is going to be fried.
Yeah.
Our AD carry is still frozen. Okay, so seems like Draven is having some issues with the clients.
I feel like in terms of communication, you would expect, I know it's a solo queue tournament and you're not going to have the greatest communication. But if you don't hear the guy going, God, I'm not in the game, guys, my computer, it's not on. And you're sitting next to him.
That's not how they say it. Normally it's like, I can't move.
In a really hot, sweaty, compact little room. You got to work on your communication. There we go. He's back in. When his team is going to hear the fact that he's back in, that's another story.
They probably want to make sure everything's all good.
Yeah.
So blue team taking the lead. These Rammus ganks definitely helping out. Nearly 1,000 gold ahead. And let's see what the fate of this Syndra will be.
Wow. That did not take very long at all.
Did not.
Let's take a peek at some of these items, though, in the bottom lane. It looks like both AD carries going for the Infinity Edge. Excuse me. Though, I would take a BF Sword over that Crit Cape any day. Caitlyn certainly in the lead here, though. The Draven ultimate coming out. There's the Nami ultimate as well. Not going to be blocked. There we go. Blocking the bubble, at least. And Caitlyn's going to get away from this one. Draven, not sure why he ulted from such a long distance. But either way, it's going to be Caitlyn attempting to go back here on top of a ward. Nami's moving forward, trying to stop this. And we'll throw out that bubble. Forces her to back up a little bit further, and that's going to allow for Draven to have better lane control.
Blue team 2.5k gold ahead now. The farming and kills really helping them out. Of course, the free kill also.
Yes. Definitely a good sign for your team when the enemy team just doesn't play the game.
Just stands there and lets you do it.
CooliePhoenix, though, stepping it up a notch here, knows that Caitlyn has gone back. Ari steps in, as does Quantum on Rammus here. They will back up, though. DJ Falco continuing to move forward. I don't know what it is with these Braum players, but they're all so aggressive.
You have to be manly with that mustache.
It's true.
You have to step it up.
You got to rep the stash, though.
They should make a unmanly Braum skin, then you can just sit behind female Braum. I'd like to see a Braum cosplay.
Demonic Haruma is continuing to move forward here, realizing that he's getting the better of this exchange. Is not going to have his ultimate ready. Actually, it's coming back online here. There's the kill. The flash forward, though. Rise, you so crazy.
That flash, beautifully dodged. Wow, never mind that flash. That was a beautiful charm.
Yeah.
Blue team just making plays all over the map, going to get this bottom tower now.
Yeah, it looks like things just spiraling out of control here.
Objectives and kills all over the map. Blue team really syncs up with their communication.
Gets the slow off. 2 slows now going down and dodging everything here from the blue side. DJ Falco, though, getting taken very low, forces out the flash. DJ Falco, will he get out? No! Right on the tail end there, gets caught up by the Draven ult. Rammus is down at the bottom lane. Is he going to go for a gank here? He's got stick kill and Nami very low, though he decides to take a more defensive route here. He's got a pink ward on the tri-brush, knows he's not spotted, and Demonic Haruma is going to get the better of this exchange, I hope. Just pick up that kill, return kill. Not bad.
Oh, Rammus going in. If he lands a taunt, that would most likely be a kill for Caitlyn. Kha'Zix going into the bush, trying to deny vision.
Sauce, though, too strong. Nice Q comes out, nails that Kha'Zix. In comes the ultimate, and it's a double kill. Too solid coming out of Caitlyn here. Now floating around, 3 kills, and just the combo gold left on that Infinity Edge. She's going to be a big girl.
That's a nice skin. Headhunter Caitlyn looks really good in game.
Yeah, it does. It's one of the, I think it's one of the more expensive skins, though. Hence my not having it. I gotta get Tony. I gotta talk to Tony.
Tony needs to give you some money.
Tony. Sugar daddy, please. Alright, Wave pushing up towards that tier 2 mid lane here, and all of the tier 1s down for purple side. Meanwhile, on blue, they're only missing their mid lane. I don't know here, Razor. I'm pretty sure things are spiraling a little bit too quickly out of control here. 2,000 in the gold league doesn't seem like much, but this early, do you see can you see purple side coming back in this one? Like, what do they got to do?
Purple's definitely trying. Like, as of right now, they're trying to get Dragon. Purple team is definitely not out of the game. We've seen them pull crazy comebacks. With this Dragon, maybe try to get bot lane. They can catch up in gold, but as we said, 60 minutes in the game, 2k gold behind already. Doesn't spell too well for them. Rammus coming in a bit late to check on that Dragon.
Yeah, when you know the timer, or when you don't know the timer rather, you kind of have a hard time getting there, knowing when to be there. But here we go. Fire Frog 420 gets caught up by the Rammus. Taunted up. Taunt not going to be available for a while. Beautiful Braum ultimate. Nice Q from Caitlyn as well. Is going to continue landing those crits. Absolutely crazy damage coming out of Caitlyn here. And moves forward actually with the net. Not sure about that. Draven pops a couple of auto attacks off, but he himself still needs that combo gold for the Infinity Edge. Nice exchange there from blue side, but Rammus will be forced back.
It would be nice to see Ari use Spirit Rush into a charm. Maybe pull off Kha'Zix right now. I'd like to see some ballsy plays. Draven definitely manning up there. Dodging. Oh, there we go. Right on point.
Yeah, good call on that one. AW Dubs gets into the back line there, uses the last part of her ultimate to just get back to crack this turret. DJ Falco seeming to have some pretty good communication with his team as well, knowing when to engage, lands the really nice Qs. And here we go, Syndra, though, finds herself a kill, possibly. No, is going to get backed off here.
Ram is going in all the way, not afraid of anyone.
And gets that taunt off. OmgIGotGanked picks up the kill on Nami. Everybody's going to back up here, and they're going to be forced to defend. Nice job from Syndra, though, getting that long-range poke. Kha'Zix going in again. Super deep, but taunted off to the side. OmgIGotGanked there just to KS like an absolute scumbag that he is. At least he looks good, though. He definitely wants to look good at the end of this. That's really all that matters, I suppose.
Blue team definitely stepping it up. They knew last game they pulled it on for so long. Purple team had some chance of coming back. 17 minutes, 18 minutes, and they're already at Nexus Tower. Sorry, Inhibitor Tower.
Yeah, that's a pretty good place to be. Let's take a look at that replay, though, from that last fight.
Okay, so Caitlyn eased back and lands a beautiful Piltover Pacemaker. Rammus, however, manly man that he is, goes in, taunts Nami, gets, oh my god, I got ganked, gets a kill on there. And they call it a day there. However, Kha'Zix wants some more. Goes in a bit too deep for Ahri, and Ahri dashes out, easily securing the kill onto Kha'Zix.
Yeah, Ahri's burst right now seeming to be a little bit too much to handle. She's got that DFG and working her way up to yet another needlessly large rod item. I have to assume that's going to be, whoopsie daisies, a death cap. Can't fathom that she would need the zonies at this point. Excuse me.
Way too ahead for the Hourglass.
Yeah. It's a good place to be. Being too good for an Hourglass. But she doesn't have that great of CS. In fact, nobody really does. Nice catch, though. Wiremech getting caught out here. There's the Caitlyn ultimate. Going to be blocked. Actually absorbed by the Banshee's Veil. You can see Nari here charging up almost at that ultimate. Has the crazy eyes going now. And Kha'Zix forced to jump back. Definitely not the position that CooliePhoenix wants to take with that jump. Definitely, as we saw, an aggressive player. He wants to pick up some kills.
We'll see what Rammus does with his build. It seems like he's following the exact same path as last game. Going for a Locket again versus a Syndra who's 1-4. Not the brightest of ideas, but we'll have to see.
Ooh, nice Q being landed there. Pretty tense position here. Bubble comes out. AW Dubs moves up, gets one stack of that Foxfire off, but not quite close enough for the rest of it. Fire Frog rather. He doesn't have a whole ton of mana right now. He's charging up with just the Doran's Ring and the Athenes. Should be a little bit quicker, but he burns through mana so quickly. Very, very tense spot here, Razor.
Rammus going in for the taunt. Syndra is just destroyed. Draven follows right behind her. Ahri way in deep. Kha'Zix falling. Wow, blue team is just tower diving. They are so far ahead, they don't even care right now. 20 minutes in the game, 19 kills. That's 1 kill every minute. Wow, blue team.
Yeah, crazy stuff there.
They really want to win this game.
Well, I mean, 19 kills now to 7. I definitely think they're in a great position for that. Quantum, though, going super low here. Almost gets picked off. Vivianology as well. OmgIGotGanked. Everybody's taking turns tanking this turret, and nobody wants to. Tower will drop, and that's 2 towers and a couple of kills for that push. Mr. Razor, let's take a look at that replay.
So Rise catches Nar off guard. Ahri misses her charm, but Rammus goes in with a beautiful taunt, allowing Ahri to Spirit Rush, wreck Syndra, go up and wreck Draven, and then the rest of the team is just over. All their carries are dead. Nar in the middle of all of blue team. Kha'Zix stuck again between Rammus, Braum, and Caitlyn. Can't go anywhere. Blue team really just stepping up their game and pulling everything apart.
Yep. Turning the enemy team into pulled pork. Getting just absolutely shredded there. Really nice stuff. And CooliePhoenix, again, I feel bad for this dude. He's such an aggressive player. You can see his items as well. Guy has purchased at least 6 longswords this game. I have no idea what he's going to be turning those other ones into. I'm going to guess a cutlass and move his way into a Blade of the Rune King, but he still has yet to finish up that Brutalizer. We'll see what he turns that into at the very least. But I have no clue, to be honest with you.
Caitlyn doing so much damage.
No.
Whoa, Ahri really going in there.
Wow, somehow picks up that kill with the burn. Quantum going down there, tanking the turret. Nami gets caught up. One more turret shot, not going to be enough though. AW Dubs gets caught. CooliePhoenix dropped, and Caitlyn on the back line here. We saw she had a great early game and turning that into an even better late game here as she is just able to drop these fools. Places the trap, unfortunately doesn't activate right away. Quantum tries to find his way around things, but almost stumbling on the Caitlyn to his death here. Middle turret about to be dropped and probably going to be picking up at least an inhibitor, if not 2 or a Nexus. I don't know, man. They've got a whole shopping cart full of things. They just got to decide what they're going to check out with.
They have more kills than minutes now. 23 kills and 22 miss.
Oh,
Syndra going for a retribution kill maybe,
Oh,
but
no.
Caitlyn's red buff and crit chance is just way too much for her.
Oh. CooliePhoenix just way too deep there. Again, ultimate from Braum picks up the kill for OMG, and they are going to end this game. I have to assume Rammus, no idea why he's going back. They can continue this push. Caitlyn, meanwhile, firing down on the second inhibitor, and this is where the communication comes out to shine or to absolutely fail your team. And clearly, Vivianology and Quantum not on the same page as the rest of the team where they should be pushing in those Nexus turrets.
They're too far ahead to care.
I guess so. Still not good, though. I mean, you don't want to throw
Oh,
the game.
definitely not.
Not a
But
good
like you
place.
mentioned, solo queue.
Yeah. Maybe we've been mentioning solo queue for this entire tournament.
It is.
That is the name of the game
Hence
here.
the name.
Yes. Speaking of solo queue noobs, don't be a noob and stay at home on the 19th at 3 a.m. You would better be seated or standing and cheering for one of your teams at the Nexus, or at the, why did I say Nexus? At the
Regent.
Regent Theater, our Nexus of Toronto, the hub for esports, as we've had a ton of events there. Regent Theater, World Finals viewing party. I'm going to be there, and that's good enough. Oh, here goes a teleport from OMG. I got ganked. Finds himself in a pretty bad spot. Drops the Banshee's Veil. Fire Frog, though, going to get dropped
Wow,
as well.
that is a 2v5 right there. They do not care.
And Caitlyn Ultimate's going to get shut down there as the kill goes down before the Caitlyn Ultimate can come across. Demonic Haruma finds himself in the back lines here. There's the ultimate from Caitlyn, but it's not going to be enough. Triple
Wow,
kill for
Rise is just flexing.
Yeah. Although he's been on steroids, kind of cheating this game, having his team
And-
carry him. He's very good at that. And he gets killed. Go figure. I expected it. I actually expected it as well.
Nami MVP for red team.
Yeah. Pretty wild stuff. Was it actually?
It was.
Wow.
We'll watch a replay of that after.
I don't give a shit.
Let's watch the pentakill. It's the first pentakill in the tournament. Last game of the day.
All right, let's watch
Let's
the replay.
watch the pentakill.
Victory screen. Here we go.
So you do it.
All right. Nami. Nar. Rammus. Syndra. Boop.
Rise keyboard smash.
Rise. Nar. Oh, Kha'Zix. Two. Nar. Oh, Exhaust. Nami. Draven. Nar. Exhaust. Caitlyn. Boop. 3, 4. Quadra. Nami. Good guy.
Mercy penta.
Pentakill!
All right, good job to OMG's team for allowing him to have that, and go figure, people walking into him. I'm pretty sure he paid the Nami and the rest of the team to lose to him that game. It's pretty much the only way that he's going to get away with that one. Good job anyways.
Really well played by him. 11, 4, and 5. Well played by everyone today. Everyone put up their best game, and we spent all day talking, so we're probably going to go get some drinks, eat some food, and that's all from us.
Yeah. GG. On behalf of Tony, Simo, Frank, OMG I Got Ganked, Jesus, and Razor, thanks for coming out. Also, again, one last time, check out the Facebook page, or the Facebook event page for the World Finals viewing party. It's going to be at the Regent Theater. You can't miss it. It's going to be friggin' awesome. And again, our our event quote is going to be, if you don't come out, fuck you.
He also helped Gabe Trex.
Also Gabe Trex. Great.
Yeah. Don't fuck you, though. Just come to the event. You love League of Legends. You're watching this. You have to watch Worlds.
There, you're a Dota fan.
Yeah, if you're not there, you're a Dota player.
Yeah, I'll go with that. If you're not there, you love Dota. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.